Dear Diary, Sheena seemed really pale and irritable today. I could have sworn I heard her talking to the crows, which is funny because today she made a macrame bird cage. I don't blame her though, the crows are definitely annoying. It's almost like they're trying to say something.
Be quiet! Stop trying to warn her. I'll pluck your feathers and weave it into my macrame. Look at me! I'm starting to look hideous! He's here.
I thought I heard someone at the door. Come on in, let's get started. Welcome back to my Pretty Witchin Halloween series. Today we'll be making this bird cage. Stay tuned. Don't forget to take a screenshot of today's project details. Now let's get started. First, find the center of 4 of the 240-inch cords by folding it in half. Then tie 8 square knots right in the center of these cords. What we're doing here is making a loop to hang our bird cage. And as always, if I'm going too fast for you, you can change the speed of this video by tapping the 3 dots on the top right corner. And if you need a little extra information on how to tie knots, feel free to go check out my knot tutorial playlist. Okay, once you have all 8 square knots tied, we're going to fold it in half to form our loop. Then taking 2 cords on each side, one from the front and one from the back, we're going to tie another square knot. This will secure our loop in place. Next, working with our additional 4 240-inch cords, we're going to take one and wrap it around 2 of the cords and tie a square knot. We will be tying 4 square knots in a row per section. Okay, so just like we did before, grab another cord, wrap it behind, and tie your square knot. And we'll do 4. Next, we will be attaching our smaller hoop using double half hitches. I'll do the first couple here in real time for you, but after that, I'm going to speed it up. And don't forget to check out my knot tutorial playlist if you're unfamiliar with your knots. Also, I'd like to point out that if you're working with 3-strand cotton cord, it's best to tape the ends so they don't unravel on you. Kind of like the problem I'm having here. Okay, I'm going to speed this up and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so once you've made your way all the way around, we're going to be attaching more rope using reverse Larks head knots. When you use reverse Larks head knots, it looks almost as though they're regular double half hitches along the row, so they kind of blend in nicely. Okay, so we will be attaching 4 reverse Larks head knots between each gap. Okay, now that we have our cord attached, we're going to be tying more square knots. Starting below your previous section, we're going to be tying 3 square knots. Next, grab your large hoop and we will be attaching it just the same as we did last time by double half hitches. So, if you don't have a pesky crow to cage, a really good thing to use this project for is to hang plants in. It makes a really cool plant hanger. Okay, this is what it looks like at this now. So we're going to start right underneath the section again, and we will be tying a series of switch knots. A switch knot is just like a square knot, only when we go to do our next one, we will switch our working cords just like so. And it's best to leave about 1.5 inch gap between each knot. That way you can really see the cool design of the switch knots. Okay, I'm going to be tying 4 switch knots in each section, and then I'll meet you back here. And now we attach our final hoop. And you guessed it, we use double half hitches just like we did the last couple times. Now with our last small piece of cord, we will be tying a gathering knot at the bottom. And give the tail ends a trim. I like to trim it kind of haphazardly to give it kind of a rusticy feel. If you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, I hope you consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next one.